Welcome. What's up, world? Welcome to the idea of where we explore the noise, nuance, and everything in between. I'm Mike,
And I'm Bassey.
and this is the space where culture, creativity, and conversation collide. Awagwan. Bossy, what's going on?
What's going on? I feel a lot better than I did last week.
That's good.
Uh, thank you for modern medicine.
Uh-huh.
Took my meds up, and it was the exact right level. Um,
That's what you needed.
that's exactly what I needed. Like my little serotonin responders were not responding or not
Mm.
recepting, and so yeah, it definitely worked. I feel a lot better. Um, Definitely feel a lot more, hopeful and motivated. Like, I got a
Okay.
lot of work done on that novel as far as, like, setting it all up. The story's there, I'm done. Like, I just need
That's
to
what's
write it.
up.
And then, like, just come up with, like, different other ideas and still, feeling the way that I feel about a lot of things, but I don't feel I'm kinda, like, moving those to the side and focusing on what I can focus on, which is,
Yeah.
like, the whole point of, medication and therapy and all that stuff. So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good.
Good. That's excellent. That's excellent. I was literally thinking about the show after the conversation last week and like the whole concept of it. I think it's low key brilliant, like for real. Like for
Oh,
real.
what my the book?
Your pilot well,
Oh, oh,
oh
oh,
no, the book and the pilot. I was thinking about the pilot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the world, so it's perfect. It's
Oh
absolutely
yeah, for
perfect. Yeah.
sure. For
Yeah.
sure. For
I,
sure.
I want to get the book part out because it's much easier to like reverse engineer um a book to TV than it is to like try and get just a TV. Oh, finally.
What's
I
that?
finally started working.
Working on what?
Finally started working on that project that I was hired to do 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yes, finally just started this week,
What is
and
that? Tell me. I don't do I know about this? I don't know if I know about.
I'm doing a cultural, consultant for a TV show. Can I say that?
I mean, I feel like when we first started, you mentioned that there was a TV show in the works, but I did maybe you couldn't talk about it then or
Yeah, a friend of mine created a show or is creating no, created a show for Stars,
okay.
and, I was doing a lot of help I was helping him a lot during the process of it because 'cause I'm, like, TV mind. Like I know this shit. Like, but just
Yeah.
pop culture in general. I watch enough stuff to know how things are supposed to go. And I helped him create a Nigerian character on the show. And so they hired me to like be a cultural consultant and like, make sure that it's as accurate for TV as possible. Like there's
Right.
certain things like it can't be too subtle. So it has to have like these like this is an African person type,
Right.
you know,
Right.
overt things, but like the little nuances and like this, I was like, okay, they 100% would not have this conversation. No,
Right.
they would
Right.
not
Right.
talk this at all. So I'm doing stuff like that.
Oh,
Um,
that's dope.
yeah,
That's
it's
dope.
pretty cool, and it made me realize that that is actually a lane. Like I can do that. Like be it like Nigerian stuff, immigrant stuff, black stuff, mental health stuff. Like I can do that. So I'm trying to figure out a way. Well, Chat GPT and I are trying to figure out a way to like finesse it and make it into like an actual gig.
That's
So yeah,
dope.
yeah,
Congrats.
yeah. Thank you,
Okay.
thank you.
Big things, huh? Big
Now,
things.
big
That's what's
tickets
up.
are gone. Is what y'all say.
That's what's up. That's dope. That's really dope. That's really,
Yeah,
really dope.
I'm getting there, getting there.
Good. What's going on since last week? How's E doing? First week, first 2 weeks
He's good.
in?
He's
Yeah,
good. He's
yeah.
good. A freshman scored 2 goals in the last game.
Uh-huh.
He did not like that at
A
all.
freshman on his team?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He won
He's
that
like,
game. Yeah, for
like
sure.
nope,
Yeah.
nope. And then like yesterday at practice, like I scored 3 bangers at practice. I was like, all right, I know you did.
Yeah.
All right, he's about to.
He's
All
about
right,
to show
he's about to
off.
show. He's yeah. He's about to do it. We're gonna go up there tomorrow because tomorrow's his first home game, so we're gonna drive up there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
How's
I think
he
so.
doing? I saw the pictures on Instagram.
Oh man, it's been awesome. I think since the last time we recorded,
You went up there.
I went up there, right? Yeah, I
Mhm.
went up for his first home game, It was awesome. It was really, really dope. He got to play the whole game. He's been playing pretty much 90, 75 to 90 minutes every game. Doing well. He looks really well. Looks, he just looks like I think I told you. I like just the joy, the
Yeah.
pep in his step, like the actual pep in his step is visible again. He came home real quick for he went to Wilmington for like a party or a formal or something.
Mm.
So he was home this weekend. He
Okay.
flew home, drove to Wilmington. Now he's actually literally right now on his way back to fly back to DC. Um, and in the conversation, the few minutes we had him here, he was talking about his experience at Catholic. It was just fascinating to hear. Just the maturity. Like, it's not all roses. It's not all like, oh, and now everything's fixed.
Yeah.
He's still very much like, the soccer side is good, but this university is not what I expected. And, I'm a transfer. So I'm like, I'm not really in the freshman group. I'm not really in the upperclassmen group. He's trying to figure it all out.
Yeah.
But it's like exactly where, I think he needs to be. Like without the distraction of not playing soccer.
Yeah.
I think not playing was causing him to, just spin like we talked about and make decisions that that he might regret later. So at the very least, if he decides to stay a Catholic, not to stay, at least I feel like him playing allows him to make a more mature and like long lasting decision for whatever the next step is.
And more clarity as opposed to like an emotional, so I don't want to play anymore type
Exactly,
stuff.
exactly. And I think the fact that, they're winning games, he's getting a lot of attention and coverage. And so, but I don't think that is going to cloud his decision on the flip end. I don't think he's going to be like, oh, I'm the man here, so I want to stay here forever. Cause
Yeah.
he's still like, yeah, I still want to play Division 1. Like
Yeah.
Division 3 is cool. Like it's good. It got me, I'm playing, it's cool, but he's still like, yeah, there's a difference. And he's
Yeah.
like, I want to experience that on the flip side. We could talk about this later, but word on the street is that there's a major shift happening in college soccer, like
You
within the
you
next
mentioned this a couple like a yeah, you mentioned it.
but last night, I don't know if they're voting on it now, but all the soccer pages I follow are like, it's happening.
Mm.
Can't tell you details, but it's happening. I think what the the tea leaves are saying that it's going to be that some Division 1 or most Division 1 colleges are going to separate and form their own professional league affiliated with USL on some
Mm.
level.
Yeah, yeah.
So if that happens, then I think our boys are kind of aligned at the best place they could be right now,
Mhm.
right? Like years of eligibility left. They'll have film, they'll have experience at the college level to make a different decision if it comes to that point in the future.
Yeah. That's
So
good. That's good.
yeah,
All of it.
it's all good stuff. It's all good
Are
stuff.
we recording? Did we start?
Oh God. Yeah, yeah,
No, but did you do the whole cultural something something?
yeah.
We
For
did?
culture, creativity, and conversation collide.
Did I say Abasi?
Yes. Now you got me confused. Like, did you? Yeah.
I
Right?
don't remember this. I don't remember doing any of this. Oh god. Okay.
Nah, look, I mean, we recorded for 8 minutes, so like, yeah,
Okay.
we did, we
I
did,
knew we're
yeah.
recording. I see the recording. I just don't remember saying anything.
That's crazy. I hope now I'm confused. Did we? Yeah, we
Okay.
did. I
Okay.
remember. I specifically remember I was doing it.
Okay. I don't remember this at all.
Oh man, so I feel like we've been recording for 36 episodes. This is our 37th episode.
Oh wow. Okay.
That means we're pushing on to a year. 37
Yeah.
weeks. I don't think we've really missed a week. Even,
We missed a week.
well, if we did our individual solo
Yeah,
episodes.
but before that, we missed like a week,
Oh, did we? Okay.
maybe two, but like we missed some. It's I mean, it's not a we didn't like go a month.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So, most of the entire time that we've been podcasting, there's been a cloud of we kind of started post beef.
Mhm. Mhm.
We started post beef. We started kind of when the music had ended when we started. but it was surely the ramifications of Euphoria, of Let the Party Die, of
Mhm.
course, Not Like Us, Drake had Family Matters. He
I think we
wasn't
started recording around when GNX dropped.
right, right, exactly.
Yeah.
Like literally either right after,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And from then, the industry has been kind of in shambles.
In
Like,
shambles.
what is happening?
Falling
Because
apart
if
at the
you
seams.
if you look at the release of music, like music is still coming out. Good music is still coming out, right? Like there have been some excellent rap albums. I feel like Leon Thomas, R&B is
Mhm.
crazy, probably one of my favorite artists right now. I mean, folks are releasing albums, but something I just saw Lizzo had a really interesting post on Instagram yesterday. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But it's a 4-part Instagram message where she's just basically saying like the music industry is dead. And she was like giving advice to new artists on what to do and how to align with labels and all this other stuff. But her perspective was that because of streaming and the algorithms aren't don't have no algo or rhythm, right? And so like people aren't knowing when artists are releasing. They're kind of just like dropping. No one knows what's going on. Lizzo is this platinum Grammy award winning artist that no one's known. She's released 2 rap albums in the last 6 months. Like,
Really? I did not know that. I
yeah, legit.
either.
Um, so what's your take on that? There's a lot. There's Thug coming out. There's Drake
Yeah.
doing weird stuff still.
Very weird stuff. I think it's great, actually.
Fuck is
I
hap
think
like
I think we've been talking about this. I think it's a reset
yeah.
because what's happening now, and let's with the I didn't wear my Clips T-shirt. I'll wear it next week. Um, what's happening is that we've gotten back to a point where we understand that how many records you sell in the first week doesn't really mean anything. So, using
Mhm.
the Clips as an example, the Clips had this perfect rollout, this beautiful, beautiful rollout, and did a good amount the first week, but nobody cares whether or not it stayed on the charts or fell off the charts. Everybody can acknowledge, and everybody is acknowledging this is a fantastic body of work. Um, the everybody loves the show. There's nobody who's got except for Tori. Nobody's gone to the show and not liked it.
Um,
Um,
I can't
uh,
I can't process that right now.
ugh.
I can't.
But I think that people are getting back to what's important in rap. I love the fact, and I'll say it and I'll qualify it. I love the fact that Atlanta's dying. I love the fact that
Me too. Me too.
they're no longer dominating the rap scene in a way that makes it so that people from Minnesota want to have to sound like Atlanta in order to make it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
Yeah.
everybody is starting to settle into their own lane. Like Future and them are always going to be famous in Atlanta. They're
Yeah.
always going to have that space to do it. It's just and they'll show up on the charts every once in a while. Of course, we're still going to hear them, but it's
Mhm.
not going to be so dominant. I feel like nobody is dominating, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Um, People keep saying that oh, it's because Drake's not there. It's like if one person doing well or not doing well can affect the entire industry,
Mhm.
that's not a good thing, as
Yeah.
far as I'm concerned. It's not a good thing. It was never supposed to be like that. This is the way it's supposed to be. Um, there's sup- I don't know about you, but my For You page on TikTok, all these fucking dope ass rappers. Like
Yeah.
they're just fucking dope. And
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
getting a
Yeah.
lot of I'm seeing a lot of them. They're getting a lot of traction. They may not sign to there's only 2 labels, but they're not going to sign to a major label, but they're
Yeah.
definitely finding an audience. And they're definitely gonna be able to like travel and eat off of their art. They won't be buying, a bunch of platinum chains, but they'll be living
Right.
off their art. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's going and this is the point. And the Thug audio, all the Thug and the Restless ass tapes showed me that a lot of these people do not care about music.
Mm.
Rap is their job and they're treating it Like, if somebody doesn't want to feature, it's like this person doesn't want to work on this work project with me, and I need it to get a promotion. Like, that's the way that they're treating it. There's no artistry. There's no sense of artistry in them, and I think that it's coming back, and I
Mm.
think it's a great thing. I think
Yeah.
it's a fantastic thing.
You know what? In that Instagram post that Lizzo did, what she said that she's doing and what's been helpful for her. Now, of course, Lizzo, platinum, big artist, like all the things, right? She definitely at one point had the machine behind her, right? She said that she's reinvested a lot of her time and energy and social media presence and her face to her audience,
Mhm,
like
mhm,
just for like she has I can't remember what she called them, the Lizettes or the lesbians. That's what she said, the
us
lesbians, right? And she's like, I give them everything I used to give y'all,
mhm,
all of my when I'm feeling up, down, all the things like, and that has been super successful. So that's what she was trying to urge new artists to do that. Like just invest in your core audience.
mhm.
And who did that make me think of? And all the crazy shit that they're doing right now and who their audience
Your
is your
your
boy, Aubrey Graham,
your best friend?
my BFF. No, we broke up. Remember, we broke
Oh,
up.
I forgot.
My
I
ex.
thought you were still in, like, the abusive, toxic state, so I'm glad that you were.
A little bit. I just check his page to see what he's doing, see, make sure he's okay,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that stuff. But it made me think of like all this nutty shit he's doing and the videos and like, is he fake trying to be deep with the Pinocchios? I'm like, yo, okay, I can't. Like you tune into your ex's page, you're like, okay, they're still doing bad. Good, good. They're still doing crazy. But it just got me thinking, like, what to what end is this? Like, what everything is shifting, right? Culture shifting, maybe not culture shifting, but the way that we are digesting
The
and
way we're engaging.
ingesting,
Mhm.
right, is everything is upside down. And, Kendrick, I think, is the face of the change, or if you could pinpoint in history when things started happening, but I feel like it was before Kendrick. And I feel like it was a slow roll from I can't even I can't maybe streaming was the entryway into
Mm.
like everything changing. Um Maybe the moment when Cole said, I don't want to do this anymore might have been even more of a moment when shit shifted, where it clearly Cole could have entered into that situation and catapulted his career right to the a stratosphere, that he's not at. And he was like, no, I'm good. And from there, just like everything is upside down. And I'll say these 2 points and then back out. There have been through 2 other albums, maybe 1 other album, that came out 2 weeks after the Clipse album that no one has talked about, that everyone should be talking about.
Is it JID
That
and Joey
that
Ba or
and Badass, that's the other one.
okay. Well,
JID,
okay,
JID, and
mhm,
Joey Badass.
okay, and who's the other one?
Um, no, just those 2.
Oh,
Of
okay, okay,
2
okay.
or 3 2 or 3 since Clipse album came. No, 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 no. Ghostface and Raekwon's
Mm,
album. Both phenomenal. Ghostface and Raekwon, they were definitely like niche for us old heads.
yeah.
But that JID album, yo. I listened to it yesterday. Again, I mean, it's been on repeat. And I don't want to say anything blasphemous, and I don't even like thinking it. But it's gonna be Clipse and JID as album should be Clipse and JID as album of the year.
Rap album of the year?
Rap album of the year. And
Really?
and I would even say I mean, both of those could go for album of the year,
Yeah.
but that JID album is it is
I
phenomenal.
haven't heard it. I haven't heard it.
Whoa,
I haven't heard it.
the
But I feel
reason
like the rap out Chance. You forgot Chance.
that's
Yeah.
another one.
And
So it's like
this is and all of them, not all, yeah, all of them actually. Now that I'm thinking about like the interviews I've seen, all of them without saying it. Well, she'll say it, but without saying it, are saying that the field is clear now. Like we get to show up the way that we need to show up, as opposed to feeling like we need to get like a little baby feature. We need to do this. We need to do that. Like they're just making the music. Chance for sure said that if it wasn't for Mr. Morale, but also just feeling like this is the time for him to do what it is that he does specifically,
Yeah.
this is the perfect time, and I think that's fantastic. Would we get any of these albums or hear them the way that we're hearing them a year or 2 ago? I don't think so.
Maybe not, maybe not. I mean, JID has been JID for a long time. It was somebody else's album that came out that nobody talked about.
Is
Oh,
it
I think
JID? Because I was saying JID forever, and then people start saying JID, and I was like, "Alright, maybe I guess I'll say JID."
people go back and forth. I do too. I don't know which one is which.
Okay.
But, Nick Grant is another rap album that I feel like 3 people in the world know about
Yeah, I
Nick
don't know who
Grant.
Nick Grant is.
Ridiculous MC, awesome production. But here's my thing though. Does what does a successful rap album look like now? Right? Because I don't know what GNX how it performed,
Oh, it went crazy. That's
numbers wise. I would have
yeah, it's
yeah.
not even I don't feel like GNX is part of the conversation because it's doing the crazy numbers that I don't think is important for everybody else to do. I think it
Yeah.
was important for Ken, we're best friends. I think it was important for him to do because he had to make a point. Like I killed your boy, and I can do what he does. The end.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
think it's hard? Like that's what he's doing. So he's out of the conversation in that way. But I think that it does definitely, it has made it possible for all these other people to show up the way that they show up again without feeling they need to get a Thug feature or a Drake feature or
Mm.
whatever feature. They just get to make their music.
Yeah. 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 I hope so. I mean, I hope we continue to see this trend. I the only thing I disagree with you about in terms of what's happening right now is I do think the rap game needs an iconic presence from 1 or 2 people. I don't want it to be Drake at all. Um, but I can't in all of those albums that we just talked about, even Clipse, we talked about, Chance, JID, um,
Tyler,
Ty Tyler's albums, I feel like each of those, you can hear the influence of the person, of the icon that was missing.
what do you mean?
In that Chance album, there were 3 times listening, and I've listened to it nonstop, where I was like, "Kanye should have a verse right here."
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was
okay,
like, "Oh," like, the Kanye influence was still heavy on Chance's album, and
okay.
I seen a couple of his interviews. He had a great interview with Deontay Kyle. He had a great interview with Rory and Mal that was really good, and just throughout and he talked about his relationship with Kanye and kinda what's going on, and who knows where Kanye is right now, but I think, just saying that name, I feel like Kanye's absence was ushering in a lot of the changes we're seeing right now. I think Kendrick, also clearly, but it was a couple spaces and sounds that I'm hearing. I'm like, dang, like listen to Kanye's. You know who else? Your girl, that was with Kanye and his little 7 when he did the
Tiana
7.
Taylor.
Tiana Taylor's album is crazy.
She's crazy. Yeah. She does
Phen
not get the credit. She's crazy. That
phenomenal.
album, her song, was it A Rose in Harlem or
Yes,
oh my god, that
and
shit.
all that is Kanye. That's all Kanye's
Yeah, yeah.
production. There were at least 4 or 5 times listening to her album where I was like, "Oh, like, she's mad at Kanye, she's talked publicly about all the shit that she went through with him, but that sound is still present on this album."
Mhm.
That echoey kinda production, the almost like the reggae, what do they call the mashup? Anyway, the
Dubs
sound clash, like
of
the sound clash sound, right? That Kanye was doing around that time in like 2017, 18. Anyway, I wanna see Jay come and
I think
be
Jay's
on
coming back.
somebody's album, and Cole, I still wanna see Cole on somebody. So I feel like I'm happy for the JIDs and the Clipse and all of these great sounding albums, but I want a blockbuster. I need Will Smith
No, you don't need Will Smith. Have you
in Men
heard
in
Will Smith
Black. Like, we
stuff?
need that summer
Oh,
hit, you know what I'm
well,
saying?
it's September.
Not
That's done.
not rapper Will Smith. We don't
But
want that at
oh,
all.
that's it's a whole other kettle of fish, as they say. Um, I hear you, and I hear you in terms of production and sound. I hear you in terms of like I hear certain things. I'm like, Kanye, what the fuck? Like, why are you this?
Right,
Because
right.
this is you supposed to be. You're supposed to be an elder statesman right now. And
Yes,
and he did definitely
that that's what we need.
define a sound. And he even those like lush sweeping like orchestral hip
Yes.
hop sounding things. Um, yeah, there's definitely a place for it. And if he wasn't who he was, he'd have a mentor who was or a mentee who was, taking that over.
Right.
So I hear that when it comes to sound and production. I hear it there and then, but when it comes to like rappers, I don't think it's that. I think every genre deserves its staples and its elder statespeople. I definitely believe that. Um, and I think that hip hop is just being allowed to turn older.
Mhm.
The MCs are just being allowed to turn older and be older without having to adhere to whatever the new sound is, which I think is another thing that's happening right now. So
Mm.
I think that that's coming. I think there's no way an MC like Jay-Z can see what's going on and not feel compelled to like jump in the booth. He's the he's the granddaddy of all this. 444. No, even throughout his career, he's always like, I'm a grown up now.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wear
yeah.
suits now. I do
Right.
this now. And like progressively, and 444 ushered in Mr. Morale. And Mr. Morale apparently has created a whole bunch of children as well. Mr. Morale took 444 and like did something else with it, like got really, really personal. But the point is that everyone's growing up
Yeah.
and everyone's being allowed to grow up. And I think that that in the long run is the best thing that could happen for the genre because
Mhm.
we are a legitimate classic art form now.
Mm.
And it's
Yeah.
now just being started to behave and act like that.
You know what's funny? You just mentioned, growing up and kinda like the sounds, eh, that that shifting and how Jay ushered in morale and Mr. Morale ushered in. I think Mr. Morale is a direct.
Chromacopia.
Yes.
I
Like,
direct,
unbelievable,
yeah,
unbelievable, right? And also, I was thinking about Jay, and Jay has done 444 in different ways throughout his career, right? Like, folks hated Kingdom Come. Like, they act like they like it now, but when it came out, folks hated it.
yeah.
But in a way, that was a 444 of that time, right?
Mhm,
It wasn't as personal, but the sound shifted, the maturity in the bars shifted, the not following whatever trend that Atlanta was pushing on us at that time.
mhm,
Um, Definitely did that. And I also I need the Mount Rushmores of rap to enter the game doing whatever they wanna do. I don't need, they don't need to have the sound that's gonna be on the radio, but I wanna hear Rick Ross right now. Like, I need it. I need Rick
and
Ross
it
right now.
here, I'm not a Rick Ross. I don't know anything that he does,
Mhm.
but I hear that, and I want everybody to start doing things on their own merit, as opposed to feeling I need to get this person on or else. Like
Right.
that's the part that I'm really, really
Yeah, yeah.
glad. And the whole thug thing, like to me, was like shattered these whole features for the sake of feature shit apart. But what I wanted to ask you,
What's
do
going
you
on with Doug,
think
yo?
that the reason why I'll say and I'll quantify it or qualify it. The reason why Jay is so successful is the mature way that he handled his post Nas beef. Because even apologize was it Super Ugly that he apologized for?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
apologized for Super Ugly. He was like, "Ugh, my mom didn't like that I did this. My bad, y'all." But he
Mhm.
still maintained his cool and he
Yeah,
was like, "All right, well,
yeah.
he didn't spend the next 3 years talking about how he could have won if it wasn't for, like, he
Right,
just kept going. He just kept going,
right,
and
right.
he used, I think he used the super ugly apology as a jumping off point of, all right, I'm a grown up now. So
Mhm.
everything else I do from this point on is on some grown shit, as
Yeah.
opposed to what your friend is doing, which is, I don't even know what he's doing, but like,
What is he doing,
I don't
yo?
know what he's
Yeah.
doing. And even like what you said with like the trying to be deep thing, it's like you've never been deep a day in your
Come
life.
come
And
on, bro.
even this is such a, I don't even know what it is. It's just, I don't know I don't understand any of it. But
Yeah.
do you think that that's what helped Jay?
I don't I don't think it was necessarily his response to Super Ugly, but you said it though. I think it's because Jay-Z at the end of the day is cool.
Mm,
Like he is the epitome of like quintessential old school nigga on the block.
mm, mm,
And I know you know it well. It's like the Brooklyn, he's like a Brooklyn caricature
mm,
almost. You
mm,
know what I mean? Like he reminds me of the guys that I grew up seeing around the block, where you knew they were probably a criminal at some point in time. They came home and they just chill. They just watch, they just kind of
yeah.
hang out. And he's been able to capitalize on his cool in a different way than anybody else. If you think about it, no tattoos, no real, like, he had trends in terms of what he wore, no piercings, no weird shit. He has the locks now in his Basquiat phase or whatever, but I think that that's what elevated him to what gives him the sustainability that a Rick Ross won't have, that a Drake won't have. I think Kendrick has that as well. They're quiet. They release the album, then you don't really hear from them,
Mm,
and they let the album do what it does. They live their life. You see them on pictures on vacation with their family, and they're just like, they operate in that way. Sharp turn. Back to your boy, my ex. This is what makes me mad about him for real. Like this is what. So, as with any ex, right? Like you see them, you separated from them, right? You see them operating in the world. You're like, all right, cool. Hey, what's up? And then they'll do something and it gives you hope, like, oh man, we had some really good times. You know what I'm saying? Did you listen to his Iceman thing?
of course not.
Do you listen to any of it?
I heard somebody hearing it, and you talking about that first 5 seconds of a song, then he switched it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why would he do that? You know what I'm saying? Like that is that cruel and unusual. It's domestic violence. Is audio domestic violence. Like it's auditory. Uh, it's an auditory crime for him to come in with those 16 bars. Cause it's my ex, so I turn it on. Like, what this nigga talking about? I turn it on, and I was like, oh, he's back. He loves me. He's back. And then here he goes 10 seconds in. So that's when I was like, oh, he's playing with us. Like this whole, all of it, the whole thing. And that's part of what I've been saying from the jump. Like all of this shit is smoke and mirrors. All of it is, it made me think of what Thug, like, it couldn't be more poetic justice
Mhm.
that Thug came out and was doing his interviews and his tapes were being released, which I think, someone's doing
Oh,
this,
for
right?
sure, for sure.
Right.
Mhm.
And we're seeing perception in this industry being like the smoke being cleared on what the perception is. For 18 months or however, 2 years he was in jail. Thug was the man. He was, he ain't snitch. He
Free thug.
stand tall. He's in there. He looked at the judge and said, da, 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 and then he's in Atlanta. Blah, blah, blah. And everybody's like, Thug's the man. Gunna came out. Everybody tried to hate him. I hate Gunna.
And that's
Thug
not,
could,
just to interrupt real quick. Gunna put his head down and worked
he,
and became an adult.
right.
But sorry, go ahead.
So it didn't matter whatever was going on in the streets.
Exactly.
And I don't know. I don't even know or care about any of that. And I never have. But
Exactly.
the perception of Doug was like, oh, he's this, and that. And then the veil was removed, right?
Mhm.
And I feel like the Thug and Drake are living parallel lives on the opposite side of thuggery.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas like everybody criticized and
Mhm.
then
Yeah.
all and I think I said this on the show before on our podcast that at the end of the day, think about your high school, middle school, college, wherever, right? All of the music people, think of the theater people, the music people, the folks that were really artists were a little weird
Mhm. Mhm.
and they weren't cool. They were the athletes were cool. The the whatever, the dealers, the doughboys, the hustlers were cool. The music kids were weird. And
Mhm.
all of these niggas in the industry are music kids. And they're
Mhm.
weird.
Mhm.
They're just what's real right now? Like I feel like
Well,
the whole thing with Thug is just it's a bizarre world right now.
I think that they're weird and they are and they say they but artists exist on a different plane, but
Mhm.
that like Kendrick, that and Doechii, that weird theater kid energy, and
Yeah.
Tyler, the
Yeah.
weird theater kid
Yeah.
energy,
Yeah.
it's supposed to it's supposed to be innovative and it's supposed to like uh showcase what art is supposed to be like and what it is at its most free. So I hear you on that front, but they're weird in a way that doesn't seem to do anything for the art at all. And like I said
Mhm.
before, I think that it's weird because I think that like Kendrick and Jay and Cole, even though I don't know much about him, they treat this as their profession, but they love their profession and understand that it's a living, breathing thing,
Mhm.
right? Whereas what I'm understanding from like the thug tapes and the way Drake is behaving is like it's a job, but it's like a cubicle job. And it's just they I don't know what the how to
Mm.
make that make sense, but like
It's like a job versus a career,
exactly.
right? Right?
Exactly. Oh my god,
Right?
yes. That's exactly it. That's
Yeah.
exactly it.
Yeah.
Rap is their job. Did you see the Drake Bobby Antoff interview?
I saw enough of it that I wanted to punch my screen.
Yeah.
Like, what was that, Bossy? Like, what?
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
it made me so angry because I don't even know why it made me angry.
You believed him. Like I feel like you're allowed to grieve. You believed him. You believed that he was that
No,
guy.
no, I didn't even believe. Maybe there were aspects of him that I surely believed, but ultimately, what's been consistent with me and Drake is that I really, really thought that he was a dope rapper. I
Mhm, mhm,
really did. I genuinely thought that he was a dope rapper. Unlike a lot of people, I don't care. I don't care that he like switched, around 2019, 18 and started like talking about thug shit and on my shooters. I don't care about that because I would assume that once you get to a certain level of status, that you have shooters around you and you have people around you that are in that life. Okay, rap about it.
mhm.
Rap good about it. Like rap well. You know what I'm saying? But that that interview was like, I don't I put a comment on somewhere that ended up like getting like thousands of views or likes or thumbs up because I was watching it. Did you see it?
I saw enough of it. I saw enough of it.
Why was he talking like that? Why was he
That's what he sounds like. He
no,
doesn't
is
sound
it?
like
I
the
don't know
he
what he
doesn't
sound.
sound like what was that thing that he said on the thing?
Don't run now.
Don't run now. He doesn't sound like that either. He doesn't sound like he's from Memphis. He doesn't sound like he's from Atlanta. He's not a
Yo,
black Torosian or whatever the fuck you call him. That's
yo.
what he sounds like. That is his voice. That is him. That
Is
is
was
Jimmy Brooks. That is
was
what
that
he
it?
sounds like. That's what he
Did you
sounds. That's what he sounded like on Degrassi. So even when he showed up
yo,
with the Toronto like da 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 sound, I was like, how do you adopt a black Toronto accent in your mid
a
30s?
Caribbean Toronto
In your mid
British yo,
30s.
when he was with what's your boy from Central C, he was British then,
Yeah.
right? Then he
Combination.
this man was on the bed with this white girl who I
Just
can't.
King and like, well, like I think that like, when he's
Yo,
like
the likes were killing me
murder
slowly.
murdering.
He was well, like, did he just taste himself? He was like, yeah, but like beyond that, he couldn't even articulate what he was trying to say.
No.
I don't understand. I have very, very little patience for an artist, right? That can craft the most beautiful 32 bars and have triple entendres upon triple entendres and make you think about the sun, moon, and stars. But when they get in the interview, they're like, like I was like, I couldn't, like I was like, he sounds like a middle school girl
Yeah.
from the valley, like not even from Toronto. Like
It,
I
it
unbelievable,
he was
unbelievable.
so dismissive of hip hop and so dismissive of hip hop. Like even the hip hop media thing, I think that he thought he was like, digging at like Elliot and Rob Markman, but it's like it made you it was so disrespectful. It
It
sounded
really
like
was.
you don't give a fuck about this thing that created you. You don't give a fuck about it because what a couple of people didn't like. A couple of people liked Kendrick's songs better than yours. That's enough for you to turn your back on the entire culture
Yeah, in a
and
window.
be so comfortable saying that.
In a 6-month window. We're,
Yeah,
we're we're not saying like, people dismissed your entire career. They just thought that you were whack in this 6-month window. That's
yeah,
it.
that's
That's it. And he couldn't, like, his ego or whatever it is, couldn't digest that. And
it.
you're right. He was so dismissive of hip hop, and it made me think in that moment when I saw. I keep on going back to this Lizzo video because I thought it was so profound. And she said, I'm really speaking to my audience."
Mhm.
And if you think about what Drake has done and who he's aligned himself with, that's his audience.
Yeah,
It's I don't even know the name of the streamers.
Aiden
It's
Ross,
Aiden Ross,
yeah,
it's the Bobby Altoff girl, it's these, weird white spaces
mhm,
that, you know, it's just so dismissive of the folks that had his back, that listened to his music, that was putting him up there on the Mount Rushmore of
mhm.
rappers. Like, not even take away all the, the other stuff, the imagery and all that stuff, but just MCers, like he was up there at one point. And for him to say like, no, they call me a culture vulture, and I was like, I don't even like.
I don't even know what that means. And then he said, what did he say? He
Unbelievable.
said, first of all, he lied about his abs, which I was like, all right, nigga, what the fuck?
Come on, it didn't even sound right.
There's something that he said that really put me off. I mean, that all put me off, but there's something specifically where I was like, okay. And you know what? Whatever it is that I can't remember, it made me ask ChatGPT. I went to ChatGPT and I said, has Drake ever said that he is a black man? Has he ever
Mm,
said that he's a black man? Exactly. It's ChatGPT, so I refined it just directly. He has never
mm,
on record said that he is a black person or said as a black person or as a person of black faith or some shit like that. He's never said that. He has said, I associate as a black person. I'm seen as a black artist. And one other, those are only three times on record that
mm.
ChatGPT could find where he even said black in him in the same like
Ooh, wow,
sentence structure. He has
wow.
never, and then I was like, all right, I don't want to, what do you call it? I don't want to, uh, taint, I don't know, whatever, science shit. So I said, has Kendrick Lamar ever said, because maybe the wording is wrong. I asked the exact same thing about Kendrick Lamar. It went into fucking articles that I had never heard of, and how many times he said that his perspective as a black man and his like really, really going into, and then because it kind of figured out what I was trying to ask. It also went into the amount of times he speaks about his experience and how that experience is tied into being black in America. And
Mm,
then I asked Cole because I was like, all right, let's not make it a biracial thing. Cole has said some stuff
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like
for
like,
sure.
you know what I mean? And, like and I saw a TikTok where something like, you know, the way that people challenge Drake's blackness is it erases so many black people and da da da. And people are like, "Yeah, I don't understand. He's black. He's a black man." And I was like, "He's never literally you're saying that. He's never he said I'm a mixed person." He said as
Mm,
a mixed man. He's
wow,
never ever called himself a black man.
wow.
Not once. On
That's
record. Maybe he said it at his house. Maybe he and Chubbs
right,
discussed it. But
right.
he's never said that publicly. So that
Mm,
erases it. But this is the other thing that blew me.
mhm.
When Thug talked about how he acted when Metro Boomin's mother died. Did you see that? Did you hear that?
No, is this new?
Oh my
How who
God.
acted? Thug was talking about how Drake acted?
Yes. So Thug
Mm,
was talking to his manager was came to he was talking to his manager. I don't know whether the jail thing was like they were there or he called them. I don't know jail etiquette, but his manager said, "Oh, Drake called me because he wanted me," and I'm paraphrasing people. He wanted me to uh talk to Metro Boomin about about releasing some to give him some beats or something like that.
mhm,
The story is that there was a song that Metro had on his album that was done that I think he sent it to and Drake put a verse on it and he wanted the verse added even though the song was finished.
okay.
Think about what Kendrick has said about all that.
Mm, mhm,
Metro was like, "No, because it's already finished, whatever, whatever."
mhm.
Metro's mom gets murdered
Yeah, right, right, yeah.
by right.
By her
So
boyfriend or something? Yeah.
so within that 2-week frame, Drake is calling Metro like, "Where's the music? Where's the music? Where's the music?" Thug was like, "This," I mean, he said this and people kind of glossed over. He's like, "This man doesn't want to live anymore. His mama's dead. Why are you calling him about beats while he's planning his mother's funeral?"
Mm,
And you need to listen to that because he was really like like, why would you call him? What do you want? Do you remember in Family Matters? Oh, no, was it Family? Yes, Family Matters. Metro, shut your ass and
make
shut
some
your bitch
drums? Yeah.
ass and make some drums.
Yeah.
When you hear that in context of him bothering him because of his mom,
Oh, wow.
do you like that is some
Mm,
fucked up shit.
that's crazy.
That is some
That's wild.
fucked up, cold ass shit. So
That's
I
wild.
understand the whole album full of fuck you and fuck
Mhm.
everything about you.
Right,
Um,
right.
but hearing that is like hear it made me wonder if Kendrick had heard these tapes too, because they feel like they were already out. They're just being released strategically right now.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
and you heard about you heard what Thug said about Kendrick, how he was kinda mad that he didn't give him a verse, whatever, and then
yeah.
there's a
And he
verse
won't
in
take money.
GNX. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a verse in GNX that specifically says, like, something about
yeah.
Thug want a song, I said
He
no,
said
some
he said, pipe down young. It's some whole other politics. And said, "Hey, Doc, can I get a job?" I'm like, "Nigga, nah."
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then,
That's
like,
that's
when I
kinda
heard
crazy.
that song, there's even there's a line in the song where he says, "She looks good, but she ain't got no taste." I was like, "That's Mariah, the scientist,"
Oh, oh, wow.
because she dated Lil Yachty too, and then Thug.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Wow,
it's
see?
crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy how a lot of these things go back and, like, just match up perfectly.
Mhm.
It's crazy. But, hearing that as much every once in a while, I'm like, "Ah, I feel bad for Drake. He's trying really hard. I wish he would just did like," and then I hear that, I'm like, "Fuck you. Like, you are
Yeah,
a
fuck
horrible
that.
person.
Yeah,
You are
fuck that.
insensitive." And then, uh, call me a reacher or whatever the fuck kids say, but, like, it says to me that you don't care about black people. I don't see you pressuring anybody else for music during that time as a person who exists as a character. Like, why do you want it right then? Why couldn't you wait? You wanted it. He wanted it. He was also using that time because he wasn't using the song to get that song and his verse on his album. That's fucked
Mm.
up.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
that's kinda
fucked up.
crazy. Yeah. Mm.
He's a
Well
fucked up individual. And
well,
now
the
that's
and
why everybody hates him.
yeah,
Talk about, oh, my karma is good. I didn't get to where I was from snaking people.
yeah, I mean, and I think he was right to a certain point. I mean, I think he got to a certain point off some, off
Oh, sorry,
merit and
sorry. Let me
with
intervene.
that. Mhm.
Thug said explicitly, he's weaponizing his status as Drake.
Without a doubt. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what he said. He's
yeah.
weaponizing because you're putting Metro in a position, and that's why Metro was like, if it came out, why it would
Mhm.
make both of us not look good or something like that. And I think it's because he did take time out of grieving to
Right.
give this person
To address it, yeah.
to address it. And
Mhm.
Thug was like, you're weaponizing your status as Drake to get people to do shit for you. But sorry, okay, that
That that's actually a very kinda brilliant take from Thug,
mhm,
and I think that that is what people are why there's so much anti-Drake hate right now, why there has been, because I think people are recognizing that he's abusing the industry,
mhm,
or he was, at one point in time,
mhm,
and there was just no need for it. It was
mhm.
it was like, is it out of greed? Is it just, you want to be Jay-Z so bad that like you feel like that's the way it has to be done? Or or maybe other artists have done it, just not so obviously and not in
Who would
such a
have done that? Like,
snaking way. I mean, I generally assume that any iconic name in any industry, literally in music, tech, whatever, has to you kind of have to step on some people to get to a certain place, right? Like that's just how it works. But I think that other people do it in just a cooler way. If you think about Jay, if you think about, people have talked shitty about Jay, but it doesn't stick because I think there's more examples of him being
exactly.
a stand-up guy.
Yeah.
That he's done so much. He bailed Wayne out of jail. Like they just all so many things over time that when people say like, "Oh, Jay didn't do this for me," it's kind of like, okay, maybe,
There's
but
98,000 other people he did stuff for. And that's the thing. There's no it came out during the battle. Nobody stuck up for Drake really.
right. And even
Nobody was
still to
like,
this point, like
no.
there's no major artists, none that I can think of that have come out to say, "Well, I think," because you can't deny that, like, yeah, Drake's done some fucked up shit,
Yeah.
but there's no counter narrative. There's no
Yeah.
one be like, "Yeah, but, look at what he does for the kids in Toronto." Like, he
Yeah.
does it
And the
or
people in Toronto was like, he doesn't do shit for people. They were
right,
mad
they're
because
like
God's playing in Miami. It's like, why don't you do it in Toronto? Why weren't you giving people cars and money in Toronto? But the
right,
thing is also, the only person that kind of stuck up with it from it in the music industry was 21 Savage.
mhm,
But if you listen to 21 Savage's calls with Thug, he
mhm.
is the most sensible, level-headed, like,
21 is mad br is
he is
kinda
he is
smart.
so
Yeah, yeah,
just hearing he was
yeah,
like he had perspective, he was
yeah,
offering, like, counters, he was like he wasn't just, like, listening and just letting him talk. He's like, "Well, have you thought this? Did you consider that?" I was like,
yeah,
"Okay, level-headed savage."
yeah, 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 yeah. He's low key pretty smart. He's low
Yeah.
key pretty smart. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, man, I think Drake is getting right now what he deserves. And there was definitely a time at the beginning of the beef where I did not believe that. I was like, people make, I was like, I mean, yeah, everybody's kind of an asshole to people,
Yeah, he thought he was gonna bounce
but
back.
I thought I thought there was gonna be something to elevate him this way, and it's just getting worse and
Mhm.
worse and worse a year plus after the beef. Like
Yeah.
it's still like he's still unable to shake the narrative about him. And I don't know if any release of music will shift that right now. I don't think so. Like
Okay.
because people say that the Some Sexy Songs for You, the album, it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad album, but it didn't do anything to change how people perceive him.
It's not the album. Here's the thing, and people have been saying it, his post-beef actions have been baffling, but they get increasingly more
They're
baffling.
getting
Sexy
worse.
Songs for
They're
You
getting
was not the
crazy.
album to release after this.
Right.
An interview with Bobby Altoff it was not
Not
the
the move.
move.
It's not the move.
This rollout based on all that's he should have just released the music.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just release the music.
If he released Sexy Songs for You and the random horrible singles, It would have been fine.
Mhm.
I don't think people are like, all right, Drake's doing his thing again, but it's all the stuff in between. And I still stand by like Sexy Songs for You is a good is it is an album,
Yeah.
right? Like it's
It
an
is a
album.
collection of songs.
It's a collection of songs that when played in the right atmosphere does what they're supposed to do. They're sexy songs, they dance songs, they're, go to the party here, like, okay, cool. Drake. And when it dropped, I said, like, yeah, the industry sonically needed that kind of popcorn, bubblegum, throwaway kind of music. It
Mhm,
needs it. When you
mhm.
go to when you go to a club or a party, which I haven't been to in years, you can't just listen to Not Like Us and Mr. Morale. Like you need some bullshit in there to
But there
and
are other
that
provide bullshit.
yeah, 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 yeah.
That's the one piece that I since the beginning, I was like, it's not supposed to be the one guy. It's
Yeah.
not supposed to be the one guy who provides everything. A lot of people are supposed to take this lane, and that's what I'm starting to see now. I'm starting to see I cannot tell you the amount of usually it'll be some like indie rapper, and I'm like, all right, go back to school. Like,
Right, right.
get your electricity degree or whatever the fuck. Like, let's not. But these are people who are actually really good, but they're
Yeah.
not good in like this like they're just good. I saw this kid, he's 20 years old. He came down my for you page who did a remix to Cool Like That,
Mm,
and he used the Cool Like That chorus as like an answer call and response type thing. It was fucking dope. It was dope. And people were like really feeling it. And I'm hearing a lot of things like that
mm,
where people are allowing space to be silly in rap and be funny in rap and be lover boy rap and be like all these spaces for the genre are opening up again, and they were closed for so long. And I think that is the most important takeaway from this. And I want these fucking 13-year-old white boys in Nebraska to shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You don't know anything about snitches or rats or
Oh,
sliding on
yeah,
people. Shut the
yeah,
fuck up. You don't know
yeah.
anything about that. Shut the fuck up about lyrics don't matter as much as vibes do. Shut the fuck up with your vibes. Like that's what I'm hearing. Like everybody just shut
Yeah,
the fuck up about this like this
yeah.
narrow bullshit that you put on rap and put on hip hop that was never supposed to be the way that y'all weren't supposed to even hear this shit, to be quite honest with you.
Right,
What the
right.
fuck?
Where's Morgan Wallen? Like, go listen to him.
Go
Like,
listen to him.
go
He
listen
listens
to
to rap.
Taylor
Listen
Swift.
to
Like,
him listen to rap. Like
that's
the
your
fuck, leave
thing.
us alone. Leaves out of it. I want
I'm
the
j
R&B girls to come back. I want the R&B boys to come. I want black music to return
Black music.
black music.
Yeah, and I
That's what
feel yeah, more than ever right now, I feel like Black artists have to be, like, unapologetically Black in their sound, in
mhm,
their content. Um, that doesn't have to be their entire breadth of content, but I feel like it definitely needs to be like, I'm proud to be Black because there's so much vitriol right now against Black and brown people that uh, we need we need artists to say that. Like it's
yeah,
important for children to hear,
yeah,
to see a Kendrick Lamar, to see a Clipse, to see like all of these Black folks be proud of their Blackness. And
mhm,
it's just like a cultural it's a need right now.
absolutely.
I'm definitely standing on that. Like if folks aren't if they don't want to be here and be Black while they're here, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good with
That
the
that's
music.
that
I'm
that
good with
was
the
my
music.
that was my
Yeah.
takeaway
I'm
from
good with the music.
the Bobby Altoff interview.
Yeah.
I was like, you don't want to be. You
Yeah.
keep saying the culture. We know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Fine. Like
Black people. Yeah,
go
we
be
got it.
with your friends.
Yeah, we
Far
got
be
it.
it from us.
Right.
Far be it from us. Like
Exactly.
go. Go be with your friends. Yeah, that really I'm glad you said that because I hadn't heard a lot of people talk about it in the same way that I was seeing it, which is like you are you are making your 50% Jewish 75%.
Right. Oh yeah, for sure.
You're turning up the brightness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was gross. It
It was
was just
so
gross. Like I every time I imagine like the sights of them laying on the bed together, it
and
just
flirting
grosses
in a
me
weird
out.
way, and she's so basic, like and there was a part where where they were talking about why they fell out or something, and he was like, "Well, it's like, I thought that we were doing, like, this really good thing, and then, like, you were saying that I like, it, like, ruined your life," and I was like, it, like, really hurt me because I really thought that we Nigga,
I wanted to
put
vomit.
some bass in your voice. What the fuck?
Like, you can't come on the album after that and be like, "Yo,
No,
I be pulling switches." No, you don't.
no.
No,
You
no,
had
you
the
be
wine
talking
cooler
about me,
with
I'll
ice
talk.
in it, like, literally. You had ice in your wine, like, that's some 4 it's wine time somewhere type bullshit. Like, the fuck? Soccer mom ass aesthetic. I could not.
Oh,
That
man,
shit made me mad.
it makes me so sick, man. It's disgusting. But I think what's happening to him, he deserves, like, whatever's happening to him in the space, he deserves it. He's earned it. I do generally believe that, like, the industry is it's cyclical, but it also gives you what you deserve, right?
Yeah.
It gives you what you put into it. And I feel like, I think back to Kanye, and like he's getting kind of what he deserves right now. Like, just quiet, that people kind of ignoring him right now. And I will never forget the analogy that you gave about Kanye early in the podcast about him being like the crazy guy in the train that you just kind of ignore, like, hope
Mhm,
they don't look at you in the eye, like,
mhm,
and that is exactly what's happening to Kanye, and it's gonna be what happens to Drake too. Like,
mhm.
he's gonna be there, like, he's not gonna go away, but the people that choose to look him in the eye will get whatever crazy he's throwing out there, because
Yeah.
it's it's something to see. I'm
There was
still What was it?
No, I was just saying that there's just really, aside from just being spiteful and resentful towards the culture and the community, there's no reason for him to behave like any of this.
Yeah.
There's nothing that happened. No, I'll say there's nothing that happened during the beef that would make this make sense
Yeah.
as a response
Yeah.
to that.
Right. Even if because his supporters say that, like, "Oh, how could you blame him? The whole country was calling him a pedophile." Okay, okay, okay. Let's take that at face value, right? Like, let's say you, Bossy, me, someone comes on here and be like, "Did you know Mike was a pedophile?" and they made a song about it, right?
Mhm.
Let me tell you what my response wouldn't be. My response wouldn't be to do an interview laying in a bed with a girl that looks like she's 14. I don't know. That wouldn't
Wow.
be my response.
Wow.
That wouldn't be my response.
Wow.
My response would be, anytime I'm in front of a camera, I'd be like, "I'm not a pedophile." Like, come on, guys. Like, I'm not, like, it's so simple. Like, if that is his response,
Oh my god.
if
Yeah.
the response is, "Oh, Drake is saying fuck the industry because his best friends um, called him a pedophile. They were dancing to a song that called him a pedophile." Okay, okay. Let me tell you what my response is not going to be. It's not going to be making an album called Sexy Songs for You.
Yeah.
That's not going to be it,
Yeah.
because anything that's affiliated with sex and, you could be misconstrued. Nope, I'm not doing that. I'm going to put out the hardest set of bars that you could imagine and just every time I talk, I'm going to say exactly that. I'm not going to make people guess. I'm not like, why is he so angry? Hey guys, I'm mature. I'm an artist, and that hurt me. That, like, you
He
could have
he could have said that.
you could have
I was
just said
waiting for the introspective, wow, this
that
really.
shit hurt my feelings. It hurt.
Yeah.
He could even go the money lane and be like, that should hurt my brand. Like,
Mhm.
yo, could you imagine if somebody like, they call me a pedophile? That shit hurt my feelings. I'm not a pedophile, y'all.
Yes,
You can
imagine
even
him sitting down with
im-
somebody and saying
imagine,
exactly that. That would
imagine.
have worked.
He could even acknowledge and say, "Hey, I know there was some shit that looked funny in the light. The situation with homegirl from Stranger Things, that was funny. I was just being a mentor. I knew it got misconstrued. My bad. Hey,
Yeah.
I know I brought the girl up on stage. Everybody does that. You go on stage, Chris Brown. It's cool. I understand. My bad, but I'm not a pedophile, y'all. Like,
Well, even with the one with the girl on stage, he's like, I was 20 something, was my first show. I was trying to
I got
do the whole
hype. I
da,
was
da,
caught
da.
up in the moment.
Yeah, I was trying to do the whole thing. I thought it was entertaining.
Right.
I see now how that was unwise. Or even saying, I understand that there are certain things that I've done that have made it more likely that people would believe these things about me.
Yeah.
But I really, I even just like I've whored, da 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 da. I, I would not like because even in the lawsuit, he didn't talk about how he talked about how it hurt his money.
Right, right,
He
right,
talked.
right.
That's what he spoke about. He
Yeah,
doesn't get
yeah.
introspective at all in any manner, shape, or form. And even just acknowledging,
That should hurt my
I
feelings.
understand
Yeah, yeah,
because of what I said.
yeah.
I said
Mm,
this about him and his family, and
yeah,
the even if somebody would have said that about my family, I probably would have said some crazy shit to them too.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I needed to be understood,
yeah.
looking in the camera, like under no, like just like I'm not that, and not like whining about it, just
Not
very direct.
whining. Let's say
I'm
it
not
because
addressing it again.
right, right. Because if you're not, right? If you're not and you know you're not, then you say it and you don't have to
You
tie
don't,
any feeling. It's just like,
yeah,
that's crazy. If someone said, like, Mike Andrews is a murderer, right? I'm just gonna be like, I've never murdered anyone, y'all. Like, what? It's a cool bar. It was funny. I laughed too, but
yeah,
it's not real. So moving on. Anyway, my album, you know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly,
it's just good.
exactly.
And anyway, so all of that is why, like, Drake is getting exactly all of this backlash, all of this, like, his is it called annexation? Is he being annexed? I feel like he's being annexed. Is that the right
Yeah,
word?
yeah, I think so.
From hip hop, from real hip hop, if that, like, from the culture,
Excommunicated, excommunicated.
excommunicated, right? Like, and he should,
Yeah,
right? I feel like, and that is a definite shift for me in how I see him, is like,
Rod's gonna be so happy to hear
he's
you say
not
this.
in he can still be an artist. He can
Mhm.
still make music and I'll still listen to it, but I
He's
won't
not a
listen
hip
to it
hop.
with my Clipse ears.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna listen to it in my JID ears. And even if he tries to fake like he did with that 20-second snippet, I was like, you tricky bitch, you
yeah,
tricky bitch,
yeah.
you, like, you know what I'm saying?
You know what else too? Sorry, going back to that Bobby Alton thing. He was talking about he was first of all disparaging journalists like this dead like whatever he was doing, and then he's like he wouldn't sit down with them, and he said he like acted like he invented people sitting with streamers or some shit. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about,
Oh my.
but it's like academics doesn't hate you, and he's considered hip hop media for some reason. Rory and Mal are they don't hate you, and they're considered hip hop media for some reason. So why
Right,
wouldn't you sit down with them? Like, what is
right.
the reason why you're not sitting down with any black people?
Yeah.
Like,
None.
what is the reason?
Yeah. They've been teasing him and Kai Cenat sitting down, and Kai Cenat came out and trashed the
Yeah,
Iceman thing, so I'm sure that's not gonna happen anymore.
it,
Um,
he kept canceling it.
yeah,
Drake kept canceling it.
yeah, 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 yeah. So, you know what's not gonna happen now because he doesn't like when
Oh,
people say anything negative about him, which is why he's going to the safest, widest spaces. He is physically and actually doing, like, going to, like, he's saying, like, I'm going to Brooklyn, but he's only going to Park Slope. Not
mm,
even Park Slope. Like, he's only going to
he's going
Fifth
to
Avenue.
Bensonhurst. He's going
Yeah,
to Bensonhurst.
right. He's only going to, like, that one block, where his
Yeah,
people are,
yeah,
right? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not going nowhere else. So
that's crazy.
God bless, God bless.
How the mediocre have fallen.
Wow. The mediocre has fallen so hard.
Same, same, same.
Oh man. Well, you ready to wrap it up,
Yeah,
Bossy? We're at a minute and 10. We're at a minute
yeah.
and 10.
Oh, wait, no. We're supposed to read comments this week,
We sure
like
were.
letters and stuff. Let's do it next week. But no, we're gonna do it. Here's the thing, audience, chat. Um, I think maybe I should have said this to you before I said it to the audience, but I think we should have like segments. So
Oh
we
yeah,
talk
yeah, yeah.
about certain things at certain times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, because there's so much we want to get into, and I really just want to be able to make sure that we hit a bunch of things or
Yeah.
just like, get some organization, you know.
Yeah. No, I'm with it. I'm looking at some comments now. We have some good comments. We should start with that next week. Let's
Okay.
start with that next week because we have some folks that are showing us some love
And thank
uh
you. Please
and
continue to like wait, what is it?
yeah, yeah, go like,
Like
comment,
no,
share.
what no, shoot, hold on.
Yeah.
Smash that like button. Don't forget to to comment, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, all of that, and, thanks for listening. We are the iPod on everything no, we are not the iPod. We are what is it? Shit. Damn, we are the
The
idea
idea.
pod.
We are the iPod.
We are the idea pod on everything,
We're the iPod shuffle on everything.
right. Man, well, keep finding the truth in the chaos, the clarity in the culture, and the joy in the journey, and we will see y'all next week.
Bye.
Peace out.
Another one. Yeah.